Ever pondered who's handing out these relationship degrees like hotcakes? Is there a school of comedy cooking this stuff up or what? Now let's chew the fat about this newfangled term that's been bouncing around the block, thought. This ain't just your regular old insult, folks. It's become a relationship status, a badge of honor for some, and a punchline for others. It's like someone took the rule book for love and relationships, tossed it in the East River, and said, to hell with it, we making our own rules now. Thought, for those not in the know, is a term born out of the urban slang cocktail. It stands for that hoe over there, but don't get it twisted. It's not just about the ladies. Oh no, we got male thoughts running around too, like they're handing out free samples at Costco. It's a wild world out there, folks. We've gone from boy meets girl to boy meets thought, girl meets thought, thought meets thought. It's like a Dr. Seuss book gone rogue. And all the while, the relationship gurus are raking in the dough, selling us this new age love potion. Speaking of which, who's handing out these thought degrees anyway? Is there a thought university tucked away in some back alley of the Bronx? Are there thought professors lecturing on the fine art of thirst trapping and sliding into DMs? Do they have thought graduation ceremonies where they toss their snapbacks in the air instead of caps? It's all enough to make your head spin faster than a turntable at a Jay-Z concert. But maybe, just maybe, there's something to this thoughtology. Maybe it's not just about the shock value or the laughs. Maybe it's a commentary on our ever-evolving relationship dynamics, a mirror held up to our own follies and foibles. So, in the grand scheme of things, it seems like thoughts are getting PhDs in relationship science. Who knew? Now imagine a thought as a wifey. That's a sitcom waiting to happen, ain't it? I mean, picture this. She's in the kitchen whipping up a meal. Not just any meal, but the kind of meal that makes you question if she got her culinary skills from Instagram or the Food Network. You know, those 5-star 10-ingredient meals that have more filters than a Brita water pitcher. And let's not forget the fashion. We're talking about a woman who can make a pair of leggings and a crop top look like it came straight off the Paris Fashion Week runway. It's like she's got a direct line to Cardi B's stylist or something. But here's where the comedy comes in. Imagine her trying to have a serious conversation about politics or economics. She's there, sipping on her Starbucks Frappuccino, talking about how she's going to solve the national debt by selling her premium Snapchat. And the parenting? Oh, Lord. Picture her at the PTA meeting arguing with the teacher about why her little angel should be allowed to wear Gucci to kindergarten. Or her trying to explain to her kid why mommy's twerking videos are not suitable for show and tell. You see, the idea of thoughts as wifeys is like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. It's not that they can't do it, it's just that it's hilariously out of place. It's like Kanye West trying to run for president. Oh, wait, that actually happened. But hey, who am I to judge? Maybe they'll surprise us all and become the next Michelle Obama. Or maybe they'll end up on a reality TV show arguing with their husband about the correct way to pronounce Versace. Either way, it's going to be a wild ride. So if thoughts are becoming wifeys, I guess we're all just waiting for the season finale, huh? But seriously, who's running this relationship degree factory? Who's the dean of this school of comedy? I mean, it's got to be someone who's got a doctorate in thoughtology, right? Someone who's done their thesis on the art of sliding into DMs and deciphering emojis. Now, don't get me wrong, I ain't knocking anyone's hustle. If you can make a buck or two by teaching folks how to navigate the treacherous waters of love and relationships, more power to you. But let's be real here for a second. It's like anyone with a Twitter account and a few followers thinks they're the next Dr. Phil or Iyanla Vanzant, and let's not even get started on these so-called relationship influencers. You know the ones I'm talking about. They're the ones with the perfectly curated Instagram feeds showing off their picture-perfect relationships. But we all know that behind those filtered photos and cute captions, there's a whole lot of mess and drama that they ain't showing. So let's just call this what it is, a relationship degree factory. It's a place where anyone can get a degree in relationship management, regardless of their qualifications or lack thereof. All you need is a smartphone, an internet connection, and the ability to convince people that you know what you're talking about. Now, I ain't saying that there's no value in what these folks are doing. Heck, I've learned a thing or two from some of these social media relationship gurus. But let's not forget that real-life relationships are messy, complicated, and far from perfect. They require hard work, patience, and understanding, not just cute Instagram posts and witty tweets. So the next time you come across someone claiming to be a relationship expert, take it with a grain of salt. Remember, just because they've got a degree from the Relationship Degree Factory doesn't mean they've got all the answers. I guess we're all just a dissertation away from being relationship gurus, huh? All right, let's get real for a minute. What's the real deal with Thots and Wifeys? Now, we've been cracking jokes, having a good old time, but let's pull back the comedy curtain and delve into the nitty-gritty. Ain't nothing funny about the labels we slap on each other, right? We're quick to brand someone a thought, or a wifey without much thought, pardon the pun. But these labels, they carry weight, people. They ain't just words. Let's kick it off with the term thought. It's a derogatory slang, often used to belittle and disrespect. It's a label that strips away a woman's individuality, reducing her to an object of ridicule. Ain't that some messed up *T? We're in the 23rd century, folks, and we're still dealing with this kind of nonsense. And then we got the wifey, the so-called ideal woman. She's seen as the embodiment of femininity, expected to be a domestic goddess, caretaker, and an object of desire all rolled into one. But let's be real here, ain't no one can live up to such lofty standards. And why should they? Who's running this relationship factory, churning out degrees of wifeyology or thoughtology? We need to check ourselves, folks. These labels, they ain't doing us no good. They're causing division, fostering resentment, and perpetuating harmful stereotypes. And for what? A few laughs, a sense of superiority? Come on, we're better than that. So, next time you're quick to label someone a thought or a wifey, maybe take a step back and think twice, huh? Remember, these are people we're talking about, not some punchlines in a comedy show. They got feelings, dreams, and aspirations just like the rest of us. And hey, if you're about to chuck a label at someone, make sure it's one they'd be proud to wear, like kind, brave, or badass. Because at the end of the day, that's the type of *T that really matters. So next time you're about to label someone a thought or a wifey, maybe take a step back and think twice, huh? Well, that's all the time we got for today's comedy session, folks. We've journeyed through the wild world of thoughtology, got a good laugh at the thought of Thots as wifey, and even toured the Relationship Degree Factory. We've had a reality check that hit harder than a stale bagel in the Big Apple. Remember when we kicked things off with the inception of thoughtology? Yeah, we dove headfirst into the deep end of the dating pool where the water's murky with labels and misconceptions. We unmasked the thought, that elusive creature of the urban jungle, and saw that underneath all the bling and the swagger, they're just folks looking for love like the rest of us. Then we posed the million-dollar question, Thots as wifey? Now, that's a comedy show in itself. We chuckled, we smirked, we even rolled our eyes a bit. But we also acknowledged that love and relationships don't play by the rules. They're as unpredictable as a New York subway schedule. Next, we took a field trip to the Relationship Degree Factory, a place where everyone's an expert, handing out advice like free samples at a grocery store. We recognized the folly of taking every piece of advice to heart and the importance of figuring things out for ourselves. And let's not forget that reality check. Yeah, it stung a little, but it also reminded us that beyond the labels, beyond the jokes, we're all just trying to navigate the tricky terrain of love and relationships. Now, if you've had as much fun as I have, and you found some nuggets of wisdom among the chuckles, then I've got a little homework for you. It's simple. Hit that like and subscribe button. Show some love for this content. And if you're feeling extra generous, share it with a friend. And remember, if you enjoyed today's session, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Let's keep this school of comedy running, shall we?